I'm not really rushing this. But it came to my mind to help somebody with this thing today. What I'm trying to share now is a divine eye-opening. Now, some believers are taught that they should win the devil by prayer. No. Prayer doesn't win the devil. Prayer is part of getting yourself ready to win. But prayer in itself can't win. Can I tell you what wins? The moment that your light is brighter than the light of the devil is conquered in it. The moment that your light is brighter than the light of the devil. So it means that it is light that we should trust. I mean, revelational light. We should trust, not activities. Can I tell you something? Don't you know that everything God gives is encapsulated in revelational light, including life of men. I say including lives of men. There's something I said about rapture here that touched me when I was studying about Gideon yesterday. Well, that's my center of message on Sunday. When God gave the assignment to Gideon, he said, Gideon in Judges chapter 6:16. He said, I will use you as one man to conquer the Midianites. Now, that anybody who is joining in that battle is joining you. He said, anybody who is joining in that battle is joining you, Mr. Gideon. But it is you that is fighting. Let me ask somebody a question. Why do you think you can solve the problem of a man's poverty? By prayer? You didn't care about how this man is, his level of exposition to light, his ability to understand, his relationship with calculative hard work, the way he wakes up in the morning and how he lies down in the night. Should there not be proper relationship between a man's intelligence and money before money comes? And if money must come, should somebody not have ability to keep money? Something touched me in that thing I'm sharing on Tower of Revelation in 16:17 of the book of Matthew. That is winning strong battles from Tower. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Now look at number 18, where I mentioned Tower. But I say also unto thee,
that thou art Peter, and
upon this rock I will build my church,
and the gates of hell shall not prevail.
He said, and thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall. I I say unto thee, thou art Peter. He said, and I will build my church upon the rock of revelation. Then because of the nature of that rock, the church will not fail. The way the church is how we are. You cannot separate the revelation that guides your thought from your destiny. If God is going to make you great, He will make you great from fellowship. There must be something a man must contribute for greatness. Something others have not contributed in a way. Please hear me. Don't joke with something that is saved and is given to God. Can I say it again? I said, don't trifle with something that is saved and is presented to God. Every human being on earth win battles from the part of him or her life she's saved. David killed Goliath because David saved his life. Jesus conquered life and death. Death and Satan and became a king because Jesus saved his life. The major assignment of Christ was to depend on revelation and light to save the life of Jesus. All I do in my life is to save my life, because it is only a saved life that I can present to God. That is why if you have a great future, there is a way you can live. You see, because if you waste your life, there is nothing else to present to God. It was a saved life that became a prime minister. A life that is, please, if you want to know what brought Joseph to Egypt as a prime minister, study his life to see that life was saved. And it was made ready to rule from being saved. If a young girl is growing up and she has the royal mentality, you know that this girl has a royal mentality. Royal mentality is not hidden. I said royal mentality is a mentality that is full of orderliness. It's a mentality that is full of preservation. Excuse me. I pray for a young girl, a young man. May God help you to understand what I'm saying about a form of courage, a form of relevance, a form of understanding, that when you appear somewhere, people will know that you are a package. Let me help somebody to know that it is possible to be unruffled. I say it is what? It is possible to be unruffled. That is, you manifest, you assume this type of glory that when people see you, it is obvious. It is not money that gives it. It's not clothes that give it. It's preservation. Excuse me. When that life shines light on a girl, she becomes irreplaceable. If I am shepherd and I'm like this, I must not be reproduced. That is my greatest blessing. My greatest blessing on earth is that if I cross the church gate and walk down, I'm walking on the main road with my value. Yesterday I was praying very hard in my house, and the Lord called me. He said, listen, after yesterday when I got home, he said, no, not yet, not, it was in the night yesterday in the morning. The Lord said, listen, he said, don't build locust army on things that are perishable. He said, don't build the church on money. He said, don't build the church on stubborns. He said, build the church on something that Satan can't be able to destroy. Build a locust army. He said, build your life on something that seasons cannot make irrelevant. That even if you don't like me, you can't take it from me. What I mean is, when they call Christian, whether you like me or not, you are compelled to describe me that way. Even when you are angry with me, you will still describe me that way. Because there is no other way I can be described. Is there anybody who apprehended something great that didn't become great? How can you sit up on a throne without the royal valley? Esther was not that queen of Shushan. No. She presented a royal value to a throne that is seeking for a queen. Joseph presented a royal value to a throne that is looking for a prime minister. Jesus provided a royal value for the throne, right hand of the majesty on high. That is why there is something I said here. I supposed to have preached it here, or wearing the crown that you made. Wearing the crown. Kennedy is there. All right. Yes. Those who desire to wear crown. Yes. Please allow me this. Allow me this. Let me give somebody boldness. Nothing under the sun messes up preserve life. Nothing. Let me say it again. I said nothing under the sun can mess up a preserved life. Nothing. Nothing under the sun. Nothing can mess up a preserved life. And nobody can put crown on a wasted life. The path that leads to the throne has the life of the throne. Right on your paper. I said the path that leads to the throne. If you're here, you believe you will not die.